Joe, I'm sorry.
Okay, this is the first crypto vlog in about a week and a half. Last vlog I didn't officially update. So I've been really busy making moves in this bull market. If you watched my April 2nd video, you would have known we were officially in a bull market, and you would have bought in, all in, mortgaged the house, took the kids out of private school temporarily, went all in on crypto. So I hope you made your money back and now sold, taking profits, sold 50%. Let the rest run. Congrats if you did. And sorry, I'm a little tired because I've been trading the markets all day and night lately. If you saw any of my charts recently, you'd have known most of the coins have bottomed out and were in accumulation, ready to pump. Accumulation was actually only like a few hours if you saw since Monday, but a lot of coins haven't pumped yet. BTT, let's talk about BitTorrent for a second. This coin has the #1 show power, so if you were in, you knew it was gonna just explode. A lot of potential energy. So BTT was up like 40% since the bottom at 10 sat. It eclipsed 16. Actually 9 sat to 16. What is that? 70%. So yeah, congratulations again if you bought BTT at 9 sats. Very few people did. 10 sats? Okay, 11 sats, well done. Let's move on to another coin, okay. Matic, wow, talk about the Binance IEO coins coming back from the dead this week. Can you believe it? Wow, that's all I have to say. I took a small loss on Matic. My friend who was doing a little trading for me bought at 129 and sold at 109, so we took a small loss. It was a good sell because the price was crashing, but it bottomed at 90 or 89 sat before shooting up to like 210 sat, and now it's down to 170 sat. And then seller took off after Matic a few hours later, then a few hours after that, or a day after seller took off, Fetch took off, and then BitTorrent. So it's like 1, 2, if you can count the 2, 1 Matic, 2 seller, you can count the 3, and hopefully the 4, 3 Fetch, 4 BitTorrent. What do they all have in common? The Binance IEOs in, I think, in reverse chronological order. I'm not sure if Fed or seller came first, but 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe you can count backwards too. So easy money. This is easy peasy money. The problem, what's the underlying problem? Why is the money so easy? One, you gotta have some skin in the game. So if you don't play, you can't win. It's like any game. And the second is you gotta follow the little patterns. If you're in tick, everyone's calling for the Binance IEOs to start pumping this week, so you got to be in tick. And I guess 3, you got to be on crypto Twitter to see what coins they're shilling. Like at 120, everyone was shilling Matic, so that's one of the reasons it's exploded. And it was part of Coinbase Ventures, their investment wing of Coinbase. And then they removed it from the page because they're like, oh, we don't want any insider trading or outsider trading, whatever you call it, once it's known. So Coinbase was involved a bit with Matic. And the upcoming, sorry, this is a lot of catch up to do. The upcoming Binance IEO, so my vlog won't be updated in time. I think you need to hold at least 50 BNB or 500 B&B if you're going for the max number of lottery tickets, which is 5, by midnight Universal time. And good news for Chinese residents. I know I have a few people in China watching my vlogs, that you can now participate in Binance Launchpad. Congratulations. Go get your lottery tickets. And let's do some quick math. The maximum allocation per lottery ticket is $300. I think, do you have to allocate the max? Probably. Times 5, so $1,500 is potentially what you can put in, and then you'll win. But it costs 500 BNB, so let's do them. I'll start with 50 BNB for $300. So 50 BNB, it's going for like $28 right now, so that's $1,400. And so you're gonna invest $300, and of that $300, the way alts are pumping out, you can at least expect a 3x, maybe even 4x on it. The last one settled around like 1.5x immediately. Matic, it didn't do too well, but it blasted off afterwards. So this one, considering the market is really great right now, alts are popping, it should do 3x. So that 300 should net you $900. So if a $1,400 investment should return you $900, except that you'll probably only have around 50% chance of winning last time. It was 58%, but it's probably going to be a lot lower this time, maybe even 45%. So expect to win $450 from that $1,400. So you'll get like a 35% return, which is still really good. Like, what other venture can you get a 35% return on? But you have to risk the price of BNB falling. So what you can do, you can actually short on a number of exchanges. Number 1 being BitMax, number 2 being Gate, and number 3 being CoinDCX. So if you're scared that the price of BNB will tank in the time, I don't think it's really going to drop that much, maybe like 5% from the $28 point. So you can short if you're scared. And that's how to get an easy 40% return. Did I do that right again? 300. It went 9? 50%. Yeah, I did it right. Okay. And if you buy the full allocation 5 tickets, you have to put in 500 BNB versus 250 unless you spread it over 5 accounts. So your return would only be like 17% instead of 35%. So it's called the law of diminishing marginal returns, by the way. And I feel like there's so much to talk about now, but I won't talk about it. And maybe I'll save it for the next vlog. Oh, the NBA playoffs. Oh, but first, I want to just go over the match that just happened earlier today. The FA Cup final between Watford and Manchester City. So first I thought that, oh, 2 champions, 2 finalists. It's a 50-50. What?
The window.
Oh, sorry. Why is Watford a 12-1 dog in this match? Hell yeah, I'll take Watford at 12-1. Then I went back and saw like the goals for versus goals against, points for, points against. That's the number 1 indication, like without using advanced metrics, of how a team's gonna perform in any future match. So the Man City, the favorite, had like 98 goals for to 23 goals against, and then Watford had like 52 goals for to 59 goals against, and I'm like, oh wow, -7 versus plus 75. Okay, I'm not gonna bet Watford straight up anymore. And then I was looking, I'm like minus 2.5, plus 170. So I bet $100, I'll win 170. So that's pretty good. And then I was looking out. I'm like, wait, if they win by 4 goals, then it's plus 370, and like 3 versus 4 goals isn't a big a difference. I think this is a pretty good bet here. And when I left, it was the 63rd minute, and Man City had just scored their 3rd goal, so they're up 3-0. So they'll probably cover the 4-0. But you think like, oh, they're up 3-0 in 60 minutes, so they're gonna get 4 or 5 goals over the whole game because their average goal. But they usually play tighter once it gets like the last 20 minutes of the match and the team has a 2-goal lead or something like that. I don't know the exact stats, but I think they tighten up. So you might get 1 goal if you're lucky to be 4-0. Or it could be 6-0 or 6-1. I don't know. NBA playoffs, so the Bucks are up 2-0, dominating the second game. Got lucky in the first game. Toronto went ice cold, going 1 for 23 in the second half by players not named Kyle Lowry or Kawhi Leonard. In the fourth quarter, 0 for 15 by players not named Kyle Lowry for the Raptors. So they went ice cold. Like, it's just complete randomness, the outlier on the lower end of the binomial distribution scale. So, and then we look at the second game of Portland versus Golden State. Portland had a chance to steal up 17 in the third quarter and up 8 with 4 minutes and 28 seconds left, and they just go ice cold. I think they hit 1 shot, 1 bucket in those last 4 minutes. Then Draymond Green scored 6 points and assisted on 2 other buckets for the Warriors to win by 3. So, oh yeah. Let's go to. Yeah, my Game of Thrones correspondent, or my
no
TV and movie.
No spoilers. If you've seen the episode, you know what I'm talking about. Personally, personal opinion, I think everyone that is petitioning that they want a new redo to the season, that's ridiculous. They obviously have not been paying attention to the show from the beginning. Since the first episode, it has been leading up to that amazing last episode, the second to last episode. And I think it was beautiful art, and I think if you don't like art and you don't like good TV shows, then you think it was a crappy episode. But truly it was amazing. And
no, people are bitter that season 8 sort of fell off a cliff. Like, you had it. 1 was a decent episode of introduction. Episode 2 was just filler leading up to the battle. Episode 3 was fantastic, but a lot of people were disappointed in how the battle was played out. You sort of like, it's really hard. They're shooting for 3 months in Ireland, and then they got to put something together.
They did an amazing job. It was stunning, and I can't wait to see the last episode. I think they did amazing. And anyone who doesn't think so doesn't appreciate the art of the show.
Yeah, and they're forced to wrap it up. The last 2 seasons, for whatever reason, I guess they were just tired of shooting so much. It's such a long show. They wanted to go on to other things, and the episodes were becoming more and more in depth. There was a large battle episode in the, not as large as this season, but in the last season, season 7. So those 7 episodes plus these 6, you have 13 episodes instead of 20 episodes. But aside from the battle episodes of the not being in the past seasons, like, the story was full, and it seemed like it was important versus just filler in these seasons for the non-battle episodes. So I feel like they could have made up in that point. So even though they're trying to wrap it up, so like the characters have their whole lives and they're trying to wrap it up in 2 seasons. So that's what's going on. That's why the plotters
I think a lot
versus
of
the
people,
pantsers.
I think a lot of people are upset because the last episode wasn't a Disney Channel movie. I mean, it's Game of Thrones. You know, people, it's not going to end, you know, all lovey-dovey. I mean, that's unfortunately, but that's what makes it such a good show. So that's Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and let's go to sex and drugs, or whatever category it is. Sex and violence, sex and drugs, whatever you want to group them. So abortion, make it quick. States are trying to, like Alabama, Georgia, Ohio, they're trying to pass anti-abortion laws just to, because they know once these youngins that aren't as religious get a hold of the government, they're going to be more liberal, and pretty soon abortion is going to be available to anyone without restrictions. And we just had Brett Kavanaugh get elected to the Supreme Court, and the Dems were so opposed to that because, of course, you don't want a Republican majority if you're the Democrats, and also the swing vote for abortion now it swings 5-4 for, I mean, before it did, because they were replacing no, I don't know his name. I can't. Justice. Shoot, I know the one before him was Anthony Scalia, but this one who he just replaced,
The last guy.
Kennedy, Justice Kennedy. There we go. Even though he was conservative, Brett Kavanaugh is a little more conservative and has the potential to overturn Roe v. Wade. But Roe v. Wade will not be overturned just because it's so hard to overturn an established Supreme Court ruling. He can say, like, we're gonna let states have their existing abortion laws as long as Roe v. Wade isn't conflicted with the state laws, of course. So there's a way to make it more conservative regarding abortion. And then the other thing about sex, Jack Ma, in his famous, he pledges 996, so he wants Chinese people to work 72 hours a week. I don't know exactly what the 996 is for. But then he said, and 66669. Sorry if I'm doing a bad Jack Ma impersonation. So we want sex 6 days a week, too. You work 6 days a week, you have sex 6 days a week. Yeah, Jack Ma, richest man in China. Okay, all right, that's it. Richest known man in China. There's probably secret multi-billionaires. But
You stay here.
we're at a dog park. There's more dogs over there. There's like a playground right there. And yeah, there's the dog park. 2, slide. Whoa! You okay? It hurt? Don't be a bad dog.
Dude, stop. Dude.
Hey, just because he's dark and hairy, you don't like him?
Yeah.
That's a name for you.
Yeah.
She thinks so too.
That's Rusty.
Who are you? Rusty. Well, you're very warm behind the ears.
You don't want to hear that. Oh, you want a little rabbit too? The next one will go to you. And you'll get a rabbit too. You all get rabbits. Everyone will get a rabbit. Yeah, it's your rabbit. What happened to our other little friend? Oh, there you are. I was looking for you. You got a new haircut. Hey, you can eat the rabbit. Go ahead.